Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Retro Select, a series of quick tours of retro games I feel like playing. Today's game is Dungeon Hack, which was a 1993 release from SSI, developed by Dreamforge Entertainment. I beg your pardon, Dreamforge Entertainment, presumably interactive entertainment. And it's based on the mechanics of the popular Eye of the Beholder series by Westwood Studios, and it also incorporates elements of roguelikes, and this was well before your average gaming population really knew what a roguelike was. The early roguelikes were around at this point, but they weren't nearly as well known as they are today. So this was quite an interesting experience for a lot of people who'd never come across that type of RPG before. Dungeon Hack is very noteworthy for its heavy degree of customizability, so you'll see that when we come to play it, but you really can take control of most aspects of the experience to produce the kind of game that you're interested in playing. And it allows for both long and short games with all the classic Dungeons & Dragons character classes. And it was very well received at the time of its original release, but criticised for its relative lack of plot, which is understandable given the nature of the average roguelike. But it's a game I'm quite fond of. It's also a game I'm not very good at, so we'll see how far we get today. Let's go play Dungeon Hack.
Okay, here we are with Dungeon Hack from SSI and Dreamforge Entertainment. We have an intro to enjoy, so I'm going to be quiet for a minute while we admire the digitized speech and the spectacular voice acting of what little plot this game has. Dungeon Hack from 1993.
Shadow, swamp, gloom and vine, a fog does rise to cloud my mind, to hide the prize I seek to find. O ancient orb, where rest you now?
My lady, I have answered your summons. I am prepared to...
Yes, I see it. A place of traps to crack brave bones. There lies the orb, far, far away. An ancient dungeon, and within it lies the orb.
It's a strong magic that can point to maps. Now what will you be paying me to fetch the orb?
There lies gold and gem enough for any man. Take what you will, but return the orb to me.
You'll pay me now, or I'll never get there. I need horses, supplies...
Enough. Let the journey begin.
Hey, no, wait! No way!
You don't need horses and supplies now then, do you?
Live or die, adventurer, but bring the orb to me.
It's live then, isn't it? Because if you die, he won't be able to bring the orb to you.
Odd blood! My insides feel all twisted about. Shall we see what awaits?
If only the combat was that easy.
Bring on your worst, dungeon. I am ready.
Are you? We'll see about that. Right, here we go. So, from here, we can choose a character that we've been playing before, or we can create a character, which is what we're going to do today, because that is part of the fun bit of Dungeons & Dragons. Right, so this is Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition. So you have these stats up here. They go up to 18. Strength has some weird thing where when it goes over 18, you also have a percentage after it as well. And the higher that percentage is, the better. So first thing you'll probably want to do is you can either re-roll those stats until you get something that looks good, or you can actually adjust them yourself if you want to as well. So if you want to play the game with a completely maxed out character, you can. But then where's the fun in that? So let's re-roll until we get something with a good amount of strength, and let's use some of the classic D&D rolls. So decent strength there, but everything else is a bit shit. Right, let's add a couple of points of constitution and take away from these. One of them. Take that down to 10. Take that down to 10 as well. That looks decent enough for a fighter. I'm just going to play like a standard fighter for the minute because wizards in this are quite interesting. Being sort of second edition D&D wizards with advanced magic systems and so on. But that makes them quite difficult to survive in the early levels of this because they're shit. And you don't have any party members in this to kind of cover your weaknesses. So mages are best left for when you've got a bit more experience with what's going on. So let's go fighter. Let's go female. Let's go human. We're 16 years old. We're an anime protagonist. Okay. Let's be chaotic good, because that's what I always play in D&D. And we're done. Right, we then pick a lovely a lovely portrait for ourselves. Oh, excuse me. Let's go with this fine young redhead here and give her a name, which, this being an RPG, I will make my usual name of Amaris. Right, you then choose whether you want an easy, moderate, hard or custom game. Custom is where the fun is, because we go in here and we have, look at all these settings. Look at all these settings. So you can set these to the standard levels for easy, medium and hard. But you can then adjust them as well. So for example, you can set your dungeon depth anywhere between 10 and 25 levels. Choose how much there is in the way of monsters, how much treasure there is, how much food there is, how common illusionary walls are. Those are a real pain in the ass, so I'm actually going to turn those off altogether. Keys will turn up a little bit. Magic traps, I'll leave that. Pit frequency, turn that up a tiny bit. Turn off encounter undead, because those are a real pain. Magical zones, I can't remember what that does. Monster difficulty, I'll just bump that up a tiny bit. Character death real, this is the roguelike mode basically. So if character death real is on, then when you die, that's it. It deletes your save. Right. Anything else we want to tweak? Enemy spells. Do we want them to cast spells on us? Yeah, why not? I'm going to turn magic power down in exchange. Treasure amount, let's turn down a bit because we don't want too much treasure. Magic traps I will turn up a bit. Key frequency I'll turn up quite a bit actually, because that makes sort of exploring necessary. Food consumption, let's leave that low for the minute because otherwise that can be a bit of a pain. Actually, we've got food availability up full, so let's turn that up slightly. Or should we let's just keep that on low and turn food availability down a little bit. Okay, that will do for now. And you see there's a seed down at the bottom there. So you can actually type a seed in if you want to, or you can keep it with what you've got there. So let's press play and begin our adventure. So the interface for this will be immediately familiar to anyone who played Westwood's first-person RPGs. It's very similar to Eye of the Beholder. You've got your controls down here, you've got your attack button here, you've got your use item here, equipment and stuff is over here, inventory is over here, and camp to rest and stuff like that is down below. So we've also got a handy auto map by default, so you don't need to find anything to auto map. We've got a key right away, so we'll take that flower key because that will surely be of use. And proceed on our way. Oh, there's another key there. Maybe turning keys up was a mistake. Anyway, there's a door here. Click on there to open the door. Another key. I'm going to need a key to open this lock. Could it be the one with the flower on it? And you can probably hear a monster somewhere in the distance as well. Yet another key. So those are some iron bars that we can't make it through. Something on the floor there. A tiger eye. You'll see that sort of helpful items and stuff are actually marked on the map, which is very useful. I believe monsters show up on the map as well. Could it be this one? Yes. Oops. Oh, we got an enemy. Yes, monsters do appear on the map. There's the red dot there. So we attack by clicking on the weapon button there. So very similar to Lands of Lore that we looked at a little while back, because Lands of Lore basically used Eye of the Beholder's mechanics. Obsidian taken. There is no sense in losing a finger or two here. Damn right. Let's have a look through here. Another obsidian. Something seems to be missing here. Could it be a piece of obsidian? It could indeed be a piece of obsidian. So you see, the puzzles in this are all sort of classic dungeon crawler style puzzles of the ilk that you would have seen in stuff like Dungeon Master and Eye of the Beholder and other games like them. Amulet taken. Now, this being D&D, you don't know what that is immediately, so we could try putting it on. But it doesn't seem to be doing very much. How do we look at our stats? There we go. Okay, so strength 18, 10, 10, 16, 15, 10. If we put that on, doesn't seem to have done very much. Okay, so let's leave that off until we can have an opportunity to identify it with a suitable spell or equivalent. Right, that's the other side of that grate from earlier. So that solves that mystery. Nothing much there. I think we can use... Yeah, you can use the cursor keys. Oh, you can use the numpad as well, but you have to turn numlock off. Let's do that because that's a bit quicker to maneuver around. There's no button on this door. But there is a key. I don't actually think we have a suitable key for that. No, that doesn't fit. So, we need to find another kind of key. Another grate. That looks like where the iron key should go. No. Cool. Another grate. Another place for some obsidian. What did that open? This door. Nope, nothing much going on in there. Oh, hello. Yep, nothing in here. Another lock? Nope, just a button. And a dude! Kill him! Feel the power of that strength 18. This fountain has long been unused and now only holds a thick layer of dust. Monsters! Monsters! Nothing much going on down the end of that corridor. More monsters though. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Well, that's not killing him, is it? That's taking damage. What is this thing I'm holding? Rations. So I eat that if I'm hungry. You notice there's a food bar up at the top left. Nice. Except there is absolutely nothing down here. Good. I'm glad we had this time together. Alright, let's check the big map. Okay, so we've been all the way up there. Not been through that door down south. So we go all the way south. A couple of doors down there we haven't looked at either. And actually you can print the map. That's kind of cool. Although you need some, if you're playing this today, you'll need to do a bit of, oh, that's the locked door. That's why I can't go through there. Yeah, if you're playing this on DOSBox today, you'll need to do a bit of faffing around with settings and things to get it working with your printer. But it is possible. It's doable. I spy more monsters. Right. Not been all the way north here. So let's do that. Ow. That statue is blocking the way. Could this be the iron lock we've been waiting for? Let's open this door first. And kill the dude in there. Another key! Hooray! The key of faith. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to rest here for a bit. Camp! Rest! Yes. We'll just hang out for 70 hours in this dungeon. So here you can see, if you're playing a mage or a cleric character, this is where you can do your praying for spells and memorizing spells as well. You also see your creature titles. So far we've killed 12 goblins and 5 hobgoblins. And the Hall of Fame shows the amount of experience that various people acquired and where you stack up in all that as well. So we're currently on level 1. We have 142 experience points. And that's it. So you can actually save your game in this as well. If you're playing with the character real death off as well, you can save and restore your game as many times as you want. But if you're playing it properly, like I am, then yeah, saving is just for purely for taking a break and coming back later. Hit him. Thank you. There are some dungeon crawlers that actually hurt you when you walk into a wall like that. Thankfully, this is not one of them. I like how they didn't bother to put a female damage sound in. So it's just one generic damage sound that is clearly a man. It's alright, Amaris, we know you're all lady. Ooh, stuff! A grappling hook and a mahogany wand. Now I think if I put that in my offhand, you can use that. Alternatively, I may just want to use a shield instead. No, that's just throwing it at him. I think you do have to put it in your offhand to use it. Possibly? Maybe? No? Oh. It doesn't have any charges. Okay, so we may as well just chuck that away. Fair enough. Don't you hate it when you find a discharged wand? Hit him. Thank you. Oh well, a wand. Could this be where the tiger's eye goes? I don't know, maybe. Tricky puzzles. Skull key. I don't think we have something that would fit that, unfortunately. So I guess we need to go investigating elsewhere. Stuff. One arrow. And a throwing dagger. Okay. Cool. I like to think the throwing dagger made the difference there. There's nothing in any of these rooms. Oh, hello. Another skull key. What is this? Skull land? That doesn't fit. Well, that's no good, is it? Why did I turn key frequency up so high? It's my own fault. It really is. It's my own fault. Right, where haven't we been yet? Not been down here. And that was locked, I think. Not been up and around there either. Okay, so I'm going to keep heading north for a minute. Oh. Not that way then. This way. Oh, hello. How are you? I missed you. Now I hit you. Wallop. Good. That was a productive use of time. Now where do we go? Down here. What's it? Oh, hello. Again, I like to think that throwing the arrow at his face there was what made the difference in that combat. Right, what does this say? I have made yet another wondrous discovery. Dust of remove curse. Even a fighter can use it to The parchment crumbles into dust. Oh no, what could it have said? Even a fighter can use it to what? I just don't know. Chrome key. For unlocking web browsers. Morning. Another key. A bone key. I think we know where that goes. It goes in the bone zone. I wonder what that slot is for. Ah, right. You can. This is like a vending machine. You can take this token and you can pop it in the slot. And it refills your hit points. Which we didn't really need to do there, but never mind. It's done now. There's also gold tokens. I think they might refill your food. And he said fuel then. That's not right. Adventuring fuel. Brass key. Right, I think we've actually got all the keys we need to get through those locked doors we encountered earlier now. So let's see if we can find them again. Alright, what was this one? This is a bone key. Oh, hello, what are you? You're tough, that's what you are. You've got stuff, though. Is your shield better than my shield? Oh, you drained my strength, you bugger. Armor class 4. Armor class 4. I'm going to keep my leafy shield because why not? That makes any better than my... Let's stick with a sword for now. And a staff. Oh, there's the way down. Yeah, so you saw that enemy was obviously much tougher than everything else we've encountered so far. There is a sort of boss enemy on each stage. Each level of the dungeon. Which... my weakness has worn off, that's good. And that's generally how you know that you're on the right track. If you fight a monster that is significantly tougher than everything you've seen before, then you're probably near the exit. Right, this one... Oh, it's another bone key. We don't have one of those at the minute. This one should be the brass key, though. There we go. Good. Good. That was... That was super worthwhile. Oh, dear me. Right, where was the weird flowery one that we saw before? Is that it down there? No, it can't be. That's miles away. Was it that one? Maybe that one. That's also miles away, but... Oh god, how did we get there? Well, only one way to find out. Run! Run like the wind into walls. Nope, not that way. This way. No. I think I've gone wrong somewhere. No, we got to go up there. No, can't do that. Yes, we can. Sorry, thinking out loud. Right, go past that and then round there and then down here. And then kill this thing because experience. Everybody loves some experience. Chop. And around and down here. Hello? Are you a faith door? You are! Marvellous. Give me some treasure. Would be nice. No, absolutely nothing. Well, okay. Why haven't we used that? This one. Chrome key. Or is it that one? I don't know. And we've not been through here either. Except there was no reason to go in there because there's nothing there. Absolutely nothing there. But, you know, it's important to sate one's curiosity sometimes. Hello? Don't kill me. Thank you. Time for a nap. Might also be time to eat that ration as well, I think. This item is not used in this way. Is that right? And how do we use it? Like that. Okay. Right. On to the next level, I guess. Now, if I can just remember how we get to the next level. It's not this way. It's all the way back round the other way again. It's alright, I can totally remember the route. Watch this. Watch this amazing navigation. I'll turn the bar graph on. Okay. Come on. Maurice, you're better than this. Come on. Why? Thank you. That was terrible performance. Call yourself a fighter. Right, onwards. Now, this is a GOG version I'm playing. So the original version had copy protection here. Here, you don't need to do anything. So you just put any old thing in and suck it. Correct. Right, on to the next level, and we're immediately confronted with 2 keys. Because that's how we roll. So we've got a different tile set on this level as well, which is nice. And a 3rd key. Excellent. Oh, hello. And a 4th key. I may have overdone it on the keys slightly. But who cares? It makes exploring more interesting. if I remember rightly, you actually get a big chunk of experience for moving down to the next level as well. So you quite often level up when you reach the next stage. But it's still worth exploring each level thoroughly, just so you can try and find as much stuff as possible. Because although you can't buy and sell stuff in this, as in a lot of other RPGs, you can often find some good weapons and armor and so on. That was a really horrible burp. I'm sorry. It was kind of biley. You know, one of those ones where sort of halfway through the burp you think, it feels a bit like I'm being sick. Oh dear. This is... Oh no! Oh no. Well, I did not even make it onto the high score table. So there's that. Anyway. That's hopefully given you a good idea of what Dungeon Hack is all about. I was hoping we'd go for a little bit longer than that, but anyway, that is a single game of Dungeon Hack. We got into the second level. Not amazing progress, but hopefully enough to give you an idea of what this game is all about. And as you progress down through the floors of the dungeon, you get tougher and tougher monsters, more varied monsters, more status conditions to deal with, better weapons, magic items, all that sort of thing. So yeah, very much a classic Dungeons & Dragons style game. With the focus on the dungeon crawling rather than plot. There is no plot to this game aside from you are trying to find that orb for that evil sorceress at the beginning. But aside from that, yeah, the focus here is entirely on the mechanics. And that, I think, is what makes it kind of fun. Because dungeon crawlers are often very mechanics focused anyway. And so having a game where it can just completely randomly generate you a dungeon, you can explore it as whatever character class you like. Yeah, lots of fun to be had there. So I do highly, highly recommend this if you enjoy a dungeon crawler that you can just sort of dip into and you don't have to sort of commit yourself to it too much. As you saw there, like one attempt there just took a little bit over half an hour. Yeah, a lot of fun. A long time favourite of mine. Didn't actually play this back in the day, but ever since I've actually picked up the version on GOG.com, it is a game that I return to quite frequently and always have a good time with it. So I recommend you do too. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.